Hi, my name is Debbie Cabusis of Delta Lotus Yoga Wellness, and today I'm going to introduce and do part one of my core strengthening series. Talking core, muscles throughout the core, very important for our posture, for our breathing, to protect our internal organs, and to help align our bones. So critical to our overall health is having a strong core and to do things we want to do, really. So this is an introduction about this series I'm going to be doing, and I'm also going to show the first practice, part one. In each of the videos, I'm going to show what poses we'll be doing, some variations for it, and then in the end we're going to do those. But what I want you to know first is everybody has a different core strength. So it's important to really listen to your body and work your way up to longer holds, especially with the planks that we're going to be doing today, so that you don't hurt yourself and you continue to get stronger. So there'll be a recommended time to work up to, but listen to your body. Primarily you'll be feeling for some sign of fatigue, a little shaking or just tired in your body, and that's time to rest, okay? So first up for part one is going to be about plank. Very simple. A regular plank and a side plank. I'm going to show variations of both for your particular strength, flexibility, any kind of limitations you might have. So I'm going to start with the basic plank. And in basic plank, my hands, fingertips are spread. I want to press those fingertips into the ground so that I can distribute the weight and not feel it as much in the heels of my hands. So I tuck my toes, I come up, push my fingertips into the ground. So things that people commonly do is like collapse in the back. So I'm going to push into my hands and push my mid back up. Pull your abs in. The other things that people do is hang down, right? Or push their butt up. So we're looking for this balance with the hands right under the shoulders. So keeping your head in a neutral position, pull the abs in, lightly contract the glutes and push the heels back. So this is a basic plank pose. Involves a lot of strength in the body. Options could be knees down, which I think everybody's probably seen. And same thing, no butt up, no butt down, no shoulders, all of that still in alignment, and yet working with this strength that you have. Another option is to bring the hands to the ground. Clasp the hands together is nice. And elbows under the shoulders, come into a low plank. Now this is a harder pose. Pushing up through the backs of the shoulders, pulling the belly in. So there you go. So you've got the low planks. For people that this is too hard for, I have a couple options. One is a chair, or this could be a kitchen countertop too. So a plank here looks like this. Just like that. See? So you can work on it there, this angle. You can also do a higher angle against the wall. Okay? Shoulders under the, hands under the shoulders. Pretend I'm on the wall, just like this. Right there. Sorry. Hands down. Okay, so, and you can work your belly lower to the chair and eventually to the floor. There is one other option that people do like who have wrist issues, and that's to go onto the fist. Not really my favorite, but hey, to each their own, right? What's right for you? There you go. So that's plank. That's the first basis for this particular section of this series. The next is the side plank, which can be very challenging, right? So here I am in side plank. Oh yeah. So a lot of work, options. Bring the lower leg down, kick it back. Bring the arm up, right over the other hand. And then you can pull your abs in and you could lift your leg too. So you could do that. And then what I like is to bring this leg in front and this leg behind, squeeze the inner thighs. And this involves somewhere that's work in between. And there you go. So that also can be done against the wall or with a chair also. So what this series involves, it's going to be 4 different videos. So the first one is something really simple. It's plank for a minute, rest for 30 seconds, side plank for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, the other side for 30 seconds, and then rest. And I'm going to suggest that as rest, if your knees can take it, that we go into child. So we're just going to do it together, any variation you want. I'm going to hark back to where I said, if a minute's too long, don't worry about it, right? Say you go 20 seconds and you're done. Then my suggestion is you do the 20 seconds, rest for your 30 seconds. Whatever you did in regular plank, do half that length in the side plank. So let's get ready. And I have no timer. I'm going to count in my head and maybe we'll get close, right? So, coming into plank, we're going for 1 minute if you can. Okay? Contract the quads, pull those glutes in, pull the abs in, push down through the hands. So if I don't have a timer, I'm kind of slowly just counting to 60 here. So we're probably at, I'm going to guess 20 seconds. I like to do this with a little rock and roll music, so it distracts me a bit. So about 30 seconds now, I'm pushing up through the shoulders, making sure I engage the abs, push back through the heels, keep the knees straight, push the fingertips into the ground. It's going to go another 10 seconds. Okay. My knees are going to come down a little wide, feet together, push back into child's pose. If you can, stretch your arms long so your elbows are straight. Push the fingertips into the ground, pushing your buttocks down towards your heels. So I can just stretch that back. So most people breathe about 15 times. 12 to 15 times a minute. So if you staying back here for half a minute, just figure on about 7 or 8 breaths in your rest, unless you have a timer, which is nice. And then we're going to come up and we're going to go into this side plank. So I'm going to do this one because I like this one. Arm comes up right above the shoulder. It's a straight line from here all the way up. And if I reach my fingertips up, I'm really going to be using my core. Squeeze my inner thighs together and smile. So it's about 8 breaths for the 30 seconds here. Bring your hands down. Come down into your child's pose. And this time, if you want to take your hands over to one side, it's a nice stretch to the side body. So again, 8 breaths is your break. And here we go. Going to finish up on the other side. I know my back is going to be towards you, but hey, maybe you get to see what's happening in the back. Reaching the arm up. Pushing the other foot into the ground, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. So if you're shaking, it's time to come down. Maybe you go one more count the next day. Okay, and then coming back into the child's pose one more time. And then maybe if you take your hands to the side the last time, take them to the other side this time. Pushing yourself up to sit. So there you go. There's the first practice you could start with. I will be having the other ones coming very soon. So please join me with those. If you like this one, like it and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out my website, deltalotusyoga.com. Thank you. Until next time, namaste.